Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of In Between the Lines podcast. I'm your host, Daryl, and I just have an instant reaction after finish watching the thrilling game between Florida State and Clemson. Hey, Florida State is for real this year. First of all, they whipped LSU pretty good to start the season. Right, they beat LSU 2-0 in the series. Right, they played each other 2 years in a row, and they beat LSU. Uh, Very close the first year. And then the second year, they beat LSU very convincingly. They left no doubts on the table after spanking LSU. Um, and LSU is not a scrub team. And then Florida State just beat Clemson, right? Very close game, went to overtime, but Clemson was able to pull it out. And some can argue Clemson had, very close game. Florida State was able to pull it out. And some would argue, from what I saw, Florida State had to battle not only Clemson, but the referees. Florida State played from behind the whole game and was able to pull it out in overtime. And Florida State's for real. They're going to be very, very, very hard to deal with because they have some really big wide receivers in Keon Coleman and Johnny Wilson, right? And those two wide receivers can, I mean, they're always going to be a matchup nightmare for anybody they face this year. And Clemson is pretty much the benchmark in the SEC, in the ACC. Sorry, in the ACC, and they was able to beat Clemson, right? So I think they're going to be favored to win the ACC because unless they trip up versus North Carolina, um, I don't really see Florida State losing unless they just come out and beat themselves, right? They just have sloppy games and turnovers and they're just playing out of sorts. But Florida State's for real. They're for real. And the fact that they was able to break the losing streak versus Clemson, who's been dominating them the last couple of years, is great. So a lot of excitement for those players, that coaching staff, and the fans in Tallahassee. And about to go ahead and watch this Colorado versus Oregon game. I don't know if y'all was paying attention, but the Colorado fans kind of disrespected Oregon when they arrived in the stadium. They was walking on the O, right? They had a kid. They had even had a player who was kind of like, raking the O with his foot. So we have to see how Oregon responds. Now, Oregon is a favorite in this game, but Dion has proven everyone wrong so far. They're 3-0. Now they were out. They're dual threat uh, player, right? And Travis Hunter, because Travis Hunter is out, right? He plays defensive back and he plays wide receiver, and he's out right now. So we have to see how uh, Colorado, responds to Travis Hunter being out, and we have to see how Oregon responds to the Colorado players disrespecting them. So very, very early storylines in this game. I'm going to shut my mouth up, and I'm going to go and watch the game, and I'll probably be back for halftime of this game. But until next time, I'm out. And yeah, don't forget to go and subscribe, right? Go to the YouTube channel, Between the Numbers podcast, right? And give us a like, a comment, and subscribe. And let us know what you thought about the Clemson and Florida State game. I'm out.